Hello, welcome to a yoga class for strength. So in this practice you have the option of using weights, different weights, different sizes. You can go for a lightweight, you can go for a heavyweight, or you can go for no weights. It's just to focus more on strengthening our muscles, getting our heart rate going as well. So you might get a bit of a sweat on, so have some water to hand as well. So we're going to get going. It's still a yoga practice. We still want to start by tuning into our breath and feeling grounded, especially if life's got quite busy. We might be feeling a little more off track. So let's just close our eyes and sit for a moment on our yoga mat. Sending the spine nice and long, crown of the head reaching up, shoulders relaxed. We're going to bring one hand onto our belly and one hand onto our heart, honouring our own practice, honouring our body's own wisdom. Your body will tell you if it feels okay or if it doesn't. Your body is your best guide. Let's inhale all of the way in. Taking that slow release out. Inhale through the nose. Let's sigh it out of the mouth, letting go. Once more. Inhale, let's bring the arms up. Exhale, drop over to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, center. Let's take our arms behind, link those fingers, pull open those shoulders, maybe sending the gaze slightly up. Bringing your palms in front of you, linking the fingers again, palms away, and send your spine behind you, tucking in the chin. Releasing the arms, coming onto the feet. Turn the feet out slightly. So we're in a low squat. We're going to send those elbows into the inner legs. And maybe it feels nice just to move a little too. We're going to drop down our right hand and open with our left. Come back to center. Drop down your left and open with your right. And back to center. Plant those hands down, turn the toes in as you fold over both legs. Letting the head feel heavy. Rolling all of the way up. Send those palms together, step the feet in. Hold on to the left wrist as you head right. Come back to center, hold on to the right wrist as you head left. Coming back to center, holding those arms behind once again. Separate the feet slightly. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Hands reaching high above you. Let those hands go. Whole body's heavy. And we're going to roll it up all of the way. Bring your hands into your lower back. Just squeeze your shoulders. Maybe pushing the hips forward slightly. And release. your weights now towards the top of your yoga mat. We still need to warm up our body a little more, and the perfect way to do that is with our Surya Namaskar, our sun salutations. So let's bring our feet together. Let's inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Long spine when you're ready. Let's step back right and left into our plank. Drop those knees down, lower down to your mat. Roll into your cobra and exhale into your child's pose. Take 2 breaths, inhaling all of the way in, exhaling all of the way out. 1 more. Rolling down to those knees, back down to your mat, rolling up. Exhale, down dog when you're ready, pushing back into those heels. Getting ready to move a little quicker now. We're going to step forward right and left and fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. Inhale, let's reach it up. Exhale, let's fold it down. Long spine when you're ready. Stepping back left and right in that plank. Drop your knees. Press down to your mat. Push it back up. Press it down. Push it up. 1 more here. Pushing it back up. Head back to those heels. Stretch out those arms and roll it down. Cobra pose. Down dog. Pushing into those heels. Stepping left and right, top of the mat, and fold. Inhale, let's rise it up. Exhale, heart. Let's keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Long spine here. Right and left, back to mat. Lower down in your cobra. Rising up. Down dog. Squeeze that right leg back. Let's step it forward, top of the mat, in our high lunge. Framing that right foot, step that left foot in and fold. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Long spine here. Stepping back left, right, lowering down into Chaturanga, rolling to Bhujangasana. Exhale, down dog. Squeeze that left leg back. Let's step it forward. High lunge, top of the mat. Frame that left foot, step that right foot in and fold. Rolling all of the way up. Exhale, heart. So hopefully that heart rate is going a little. We're going to grab onto our weights now, standing at the top of our mat. We're going to step back with our right foot into our high lunge. So send that right leg back. We're going to drop that knee down to our mat and we're going to squeeze it back up. So it's a drop down. It's a squeeze up, really engaging the glutes, dropping down, squeezing up, making sure that front knee does not go over the ankle. Pushing back into that heel a little more. Let's squeeze up the arms and drop them down. Squeeze them up, drop them down, squeezing up. Dropping down. We're going to do both together now. So you're squeezing up as you drop your knee. You're releasing up. Squeezing that knee down. Releasing it up. And the same with the arms. You bicep curl down. You release as you come up. Let's do 3. Let's do 2. Let's do 1 more. Dropping your weights down to your yoga mat. Bring both hands inside edge of that left foot. Push back into that right heel a little more. Let's open with that left hand and reach it up. Hold it here. Framing that left foot, we've got plank pose. Holding away from your mat. Let's roll it down. Inhale to cobra. And exhale into down dog. We're going to step forward with that right foot this time. Left knee is back. We're rolling up with our weights. We're dropping that knee down and we're squeezing it back up. We're dropping it down. We're squeezing it up. One more. Squeezing up. And then the arms squeezing up. Releasing down. Squeezing. Releasing. One more to do. Remember, everything is optional. We have both together as we drop down. We release it up. We drop it down. We release it up. We've got one more. Ready to drop those weights down to our mat. Both hands inside edge of that right foot. Push back into that left. Let's open and reach. Framing that right foot. Plank pose. Lower all the way down to your mat. Roll into your cobra. Exhale, down dog. Pushing back into those heels. Maybe taking that inhale in. And that sigh out. We're getting ready to step forward, right and left, and fold. As you roll up, take a bend into your knees, grab hold of your weights. So you come all of the way up. Let's just take a stretch over to the right. Come back to center and stretch to the left. Back to center. Separate the feet a little here. Take a bend into the knees. Roll forwards. Ready to squeeze back. Dropping down. Squeezing up. Dropping down. Squeezing up. We're going to keep going. Really taking that pause as you squeeze it up. Releasing it down. Keep that slight bend in the knees. We've got 3 and 2 and 1. Straighten up. Take that stretch right. That stretch left. Bending back into the knees. Drop your weights back down to your mat. Plant those hands, step it back into your plank. Roll onto your left side, send your right arm long. Holding, make sure you're not holding the breath. Drop your right hand down. Roll onto that right side, send your left arm long. You can always drop your lower leg if you need to. Remember, you're listening to your body. Come back into your plank. Drop your knees. Press down to your mat and push it back up. Press it down, bending the elbows back and push back up. Let's take one more here. Pushing back up and then sit back to your heels, resting the forehead down. We're coming to down dog. pushing back. Let's step that right foot forward. Drop your right knee down. Sorry, left foot forward, right knee down. Coming into our low lunge now. Picking up our weight with our right hand to work into our triceps. So just resting your hand lightly on your left knee. We tilt slightly forward. We squeeze that arm back and we bend it in. So it's a squeeze back. It's a bend in. And you can take a lighter weight here if you need to. Maybe you feel like going heavier. Holding that position, really working that tricep as you squeeze that arm back. Make sure there's no weight on that front knee. Keep using the breath. We're not holding the breath. 3, 2, and 1. Just take a pulse here. Hold and pulse. I know we can feel it. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that weight down. Just take that arm across your chest. Staying in your low lunge if you can. Release. Sit back towards that heel. Maybe walking down towards that left side. Reconnecting with that long breath. Rolling it back up. Getting ready to frame that left foot. We have plank pose. Holding on our left arm as we roll up the right. You can always take up that right leg as well. If we want to, finding balance, we might be wobbling. That's okay. Dropping it back down, rolling onto that right hand. Taking up that left hand, maybe that left leg as well. Rolling back down, drop those knees, sit back to those heels, stretching through those arms, ready to come in to down dog. Pushing back. Take that whole body stretch here. We're going to step forward with our right knee, dropping our left knee down. We're coming into that low lunge again. This time we're picking up our weight with our left hand. Our right hand is loosely on that right knee. Ready to do our triceps. So we squeeze that arm back, we bend, and we bring it in. We take it back, we bring it in. Hopefully you can see me okay. I know I should swap sides really, shouldn't I? I'm looking at the snow outside. It's beautiful today. Cold but beautiful. Let's keep squeezing back, bringing that arm in. Squeezing and bringing the arm in. We can feel those muscles working. We're doing this correctly. Taking that slight pause as you squeeze it back. We're going to be pulsing in 3, 2, 1. Ready to pulse. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that weight down. Getting ready to sit back to that left heel, maybe folding down, maybe staying just where you are. But there's no right or wrong, we're just listening to how our body feels. And that lovely stretch down the back of the leg. Should feel good here. Rolling back towards that right foot. Let's step it back. Last plank. Let's hold. Let's hold for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees. Sit back to those heels, child's pose. We are coming back in, down dog. Take that walk or pedal if you need it here. We're going to step our foot to the right and the left of our mat, back into that squat pose. Sitting down towards our heels, planting that right hand down, opening up with that left arm, or you can take a bind here, wrapping the hands around that bent right knee. Whatever version you choose. Releasing. Let's go the opposite way. So maybe you're planting, you're opening, or you're binding here. Lovely shoulder opener. Should feel good here. Sitting the glutes low in that squat pose. Let's release. Let's plant the hands down, roll it up. Fold over the legs, let the body feel heavy. We're going to grab our weights here. We're going to bend into those legs, send those toes back out, back into that squat for a moment. And then we're going to pick up our weights, pull our weights up, tuck in our glutes, and then drop all of the way down. Hovering your weights, straightening your legs, squeezing the glutes at the top, and dropping back down. So it's a squat all of the way, and it's a pull all of the way up, really squeezing those inner thighs, squeezing those glutes, dropping down, pulling it back up, holding at the top, and again dropping down, squeezing up. If it feels too much to go all the way down, you can just come to here as you pull up. So you choose. Coming down, might be some clicking of those knees, pulling it all the way up. We're going to do 3 more. Keep that back straight, don't let that back drop. You don't want to be in this position. You want to keep the back up. This is our second to last. Pull it up. And our last one. Drop down, hold here. Let's do a few bicep curls. We're feeling it in all places. Arms, legs, glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Drop those weights, pull, 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 back up. Toes together, let's stretch down that right leg. Back up, down that left leg. And back up. Let's send the legs wide. Turn that right foot out. We're going to drop our weights just down. Send our arms long. Reach with that right hand. Drop it down to your mat. You can grab your block here if you need it. Place your hand on your block and open with your left hand. Should get a nice stretch into that hip. Imagine you're planting your back against a wall. As you open, Come back up. Turn that foot in. We're going to shift the heels close together. We're going to grab our weights again. I know we haven't done the other side, but we're going to do a few more bicep curls. And if you prefer your feet facing in, that's okay too. Let's do some pulses. So send the arms out and we can pulse. If you feel unbalanced, turn your feet in. I naturally quite like my feet out, but you can have them whatever way you want. Have that slight micro bend in the knees. So we're not dropping that weight all the way down, we're pulsing it, keeping that engagement in the muscle. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that bend as you drop your weights down. Bend back up. Turn that right foot in, that left foot out. Long arms. Might want that weight, that block on your left side as you reach, dropping down. Right arm long, left hand down. Opening into that right arm. Now Trikonasana, triangle pose. Roll it back up. We want both feet back out again. We want to bend back and grab our weights. We're staying in goddess pose now, so we want to stay in that squat. Elbows high. Let's squeeze it in. Send it out. Squeeze it in. Send it out. Make sure you're not dipping into your lower back. Your back is straight. Glutes are down. As we squeeze in, we release out. Keeping those elbows coming together. My weights are probably a little bit big. I could do with smaller ones as they're clashing. As I come in, 5 and 4 and 3. We've got 2 and last one. 1. Release your weights back down. Straighten those legs. Turn those toes in. Step the feet in a little more. Take a slight bend as we fold over the legs. We're going to squeeze it up again. Drop it down. So squeeze it up. You can go quite heavy when you come into that pull. So if you've got a selection of weights, I'm sticking with the same today, but you can use heavy here. Giving those shoulders a bit of a workout. We've got 5, make sure you take that hold at the top. 4, slow release down. 3 and 2. And our last one, squeeze it up. Slow, slow release. Pull it all of the way up. Let's just take a roll down to the toes. Let the head go. And then take that roll slowly back up. Squeezing at the top. Let's roll it down. You can keep a slight micro bend in the knees. Let's roll it up. Again, you can go quite heavy here. Roll it down. And roll it up. Let's do that 2 more times with control. And let's do 1 more. Make sure you're squeezing at the top, squeezing the glutes. Holding and releasing. We're going to come down onto our mat, sitting down. You can use a weight or you can use a block. Just have your weights either side of you so you can reach them if you are using weights. So let's roll down onto our back. We're going to draw the knees all the way in to start. Give them a lovely squeeze, sending that lower spine into the mat. And then plant your feet down on your mat, grabbing your weights if you're using them, and just placing your weights on your hips. We're going to roll up from our mat, squeeze our hips up, holding our weights just there. And we're going to pulse. So you're slowly dropping a little, squeezing up, dropping a little, squeezing it up. So we're not touching our mat. They might start to get a bit shaky as those muscles work. We can also do this without our weights if we want to. But do challenge your body a little. Should be no pain, but you should feel like your body is doing something. So it's a slight drop and a squeeze up at those glutes. Biggest muscle, we are working it today. We're going to do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and last one. Hold at the top for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2 and 1. Slowly, slowly peel the spine back down. Draw those knees back in. It feels quite nice actually to put your weights on those knees as you hug in. Dropping down, holding your weights. We're going to push them up towards the ceiling, keeping our legs bent. Turn your weights towards each other. So they're touching, arms or palms facing each other. We're going to open and we're going to close. I'm a little bit close to the fireplace. We're going to open and we're going to close. Opening, not touching the floor. Just if you're looking at me, looking at my outer arm, my inner arm is not doing quite what it should because I'm going to hit something here. But just that open and that close. And again, open and close. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And then open, but don't quite touch your mat. And pulse. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Draw those arms in. Bring the weights down towards you. Release. Drop those weights all of the way down. Draw those knees in towards the chest. Bring up the head. And then send the palms facing each other, arms long. Take that right leg out. And then that left. And you can also do in this holding a weight if you want to. So if you're using it with a weight, as one leg goes long, you can send your arm long and then you can draw in. You send your arm long and you draw it in. So you can do that option if you want to, or you can just hold your weight in as you send your legs in and out. Or, as I said, no weights and just those palms reaching. As you draw knees in and out. We're going to do 5. We're going to do 4. We're going to do 3. We're going to do 2. And last one. Squeeze those knees back in, drop your head down, plant those feet, make a cradle with your hands, take your hands under your head, resting your elbows to the ground. Send those knees back in towards the chest, drop them over to the right, resting them down on the ground. Taking that spinal twist. Coming back to center and then just dropping over to the other side, taking that spinal twist the opposite way. Coming back to center and let's rest in Shavasana. Closing the eyes. Take an inhale and just squeeze all of the muscles tight. And then as you exhale, let it all go. Staying in this space for as long as you need today. Maybe just taking this time of gratitude for your body, always supporting you. And when you do come out with care, maybe taking a full body stretch or drawing the knees into the chest. As I say, if you want to stay here longer, you do so. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me. You'll find more information at angelyogasurrey.co.uk. Much love, have a wonderful day, and namaste. Bye for now.